Well, good day, fellow co-inhabitants. How we all doing out there? You're listening to the Killogic Effect. You can find us lurking around all your favorite social media networks. You can find us live streaming over on Mixer, Twitch, and other such various type places. They allow us to do those things. The Killogic Effect is brought to you and supported by Local Music Earth Radio, XRP Radio, Digital Revolution Radio, BZRSM Promotions, Badass Entertainment, Wyndham, Tattoo and Body Piercing, and mainly vapes, and this guy in the background here. Radio, BZRSM Promotions, Badass Entertainment, Wyndham, Tattoo and Body Piercing, and mainly vapes, and this guy in the background here. And that's Bangalow. You can go check him out over on the Facebooks, the Insta Faces, all the places. We also got an interview with Mr. Bangalow. You can go check out over on Anchor.fm, as well as check us out over on the Spotify's and all the other spots, Apple Music, all the places you like to take in your podcast type stuff. And podcasting seems to be rising in popularity. Aside from current weather conditions, podcasting has become a pretty big thing. And it's also become a way that people take in their news, info, or just get caught up on some local events. And with that being said, TRAWL has released their brand new episode. This would be episode 4 of their podcast. Could we call it TRAWLcast? It seems it seems kind of, because TRAWL being having to do, with the waters and everything, and fishing and all that. I think it's kind of funny that it's TRAWLcast, but very, very fitting name anyway. But go check these cats out. This is Sean Matthews and Seth from TRAWL that are doing this podcast, and it's pretty kick-ass. This week, I think they're talking a bit about Alions, so which rightfully so, because their new album that's out right now kicks all sorts of ass, and so does Stillborn Conditions brand new album that's out right now. Which we're going to get into all of that today. We got a nice, big, long day of radio and all sorts of goodies to get to. But first I wanted to chat a little bit, because there's some new goodies out. Elephant Tree just released yet another single off their brand new upcoming album that's getting released here very shortly. Go over and check that out. We got it right here on the I promise I do, somewhere here. I think that's so cool, TRAWLcast. Let's see here. Do. Do I got it? Yeah. Yeah, you go right over to their it's also on the Obelisk. Go check that out. We got the links and everything right up. I want to make sure we had it over on the Killogic Effect page. But yeah, we got it over there as well. So if you want to go over there and check it out, we got you can go to the obelisk.net and check it out. Of course, though, just go right over to Elephant Tree's socials and get caught up with all the stuff that's going on with them. Like I've been saying, you can pre-order their brand new stuff and get some cool package deals with all sorts of goodies and such. So I suggest doing that. Also, don't forget about Coming Home the Band. They're going to be releasing here within days from now, from the time of this airing here. It's going to be the 21st. So be ready. They've been getting all sorts of goodies ready. They got all sorts of killer merch and stuff to get a hold of. And you can go right over to their website, cominghometheband.com/music, and get all the you can download the music that they have out thus far off the new album. So all sorts of goodies to behold, and of course their website is just fun to look at. They got a lot of, it's just a cool setup. I dig it. Cool way of putting the art and everything they do in the website. It's it's pretty cool, man. I dig it. Another thing that I wanted to touch on real quick, and I see it has waned just a tad, because people are finding during certain weather climates or whatever that celebrity is kind of waning, and people are starting to not be as appreciative or put as much stock into celebrities and what they have to say and how they feel about things, because we often find that they're at the very least very ignorant to the way that the regular or the quote unquote real world works. And most times they find this out the hard way, because they be bumming, oh, I'm all, talking about how rough it is for them in their $1 million mansion. It kind of falls on deaf ears, and especially in times when, everybody is supposedly in the same boat. Well, we find some boats are more tolerable than others, huh? So, I feel that when celebrities start running their faces, and I really, kind of look. It's a free country. It's free speech. I wouldn't stifle anybody or any musician or star from saying what they're gonna say, because hey, now's the time, show your true self. But sometimes it can do a big discredit or not help move along the conversation, or really alienate party or fan base because of your political opinions, or because of whatever your opinion might be on a certain topic even. And like the band Trapt is finding out that they're quickly overtaking Nickelback as the most hated band, just on sheer attitude and running your fucking mouth. These people sometimes forget what an alternate reality they are actually in, and they tend to forget these things, and they start running their mouths. And I'm not going to get into the whole all the bullshit with Trapt and all the stuff that, it's beyond but that's where the trouble comes in, man. And I guess there's always that silver lining. Well, it's a good thing we found this out before. And it's like, yeah, but how many of the musicians and stars or we'll say bands or whatever that you've listened to that have changed your life or that have helped you, and if you found out what some of the musicians in that band really thought about things or whatever, it could change your outlook on these, on this band. Or you could all of a sudden, it's like, wow, they got some views that not only don't really entirely line up with mine, which is not a problem, but they're a little bit too out there on the sickening scale. And it taints the music, not the good taint either. Just and it can tend to put a sour, or a bad taste in people's mouths. And now when they hear your music, they hear your fucking mouth. And it's, I don't know. Again, I guess there's those silver linings we can always look towards, but I find that more than not, when musicians come out and start running their faces, they end up losing fans or alienating. I mean, you could even see it happen in real fucking time in comments and shit. Well, throwing out all my freaking whatever, insert band name, throwing out that collection. Too bad I can't like them no more. It's, that you see that all the time. And then you see the, then you get back the attitude from some of these bands. Well, fuck you. Throw our shit out. We get a gazillion plays on Spotify. Go fuck yourself. Really, guy? How much fucking plays you think you get next month now, you fuck? Jesus, you don't seem to understand how fucking royalties work, do you? Jesus Christ, those checks are gonna get smaller and smaller, you dumb fuck. God. Jesus, and how many people you think gonna want to cover your music now? Oh, dude. Because now you're at the point where you're gonna get paid for either some fucking reunion tour or some tour that now is obviously not gonna happen because you're an asshat. And so now what? You get the registries where people can pay to play your music? Yeah. You can go fuck yourself. How's that? I'll stick to my indie music. Again, I'll stick to working with bands and people that are a little bit more appreciative of their fan base and what they're gaining and earning with their merit and with their music, and not with multi-million-dollar record companies shoving it down people's fucking throat, telling you like this, you fucking like it. I'm telling you, this is good music. You like it. But no, I don't. Not really. Fuck. And so that's really, what I got to say about that. It's some fucking food for thought. But I just, I think it really, more than not, just to reiterate, I guess, if it's needed, I think more than not, whenever, and especially during heated political times and all that, it runs rampant. And it's like the thing that I see happening the most is artists and bands losing fans. And that's all, man. I mean, that's all you're doing. You're not winning any people over. You're not helping your fucking cause at all. And if you're in it for the money, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Stop fucking talking. Just stop. You should have fucking shut. I mean, really, to tell you the truth, if you guys are still even viable, if you got bands that are still viable and you got you management companies out there, grab a hold of their fucking Twitter accounts. If you got bands that you're putting on tour, you better muckle right a hold of their fucking social media and hold right on to that shit. I mean, fucking tight. Because that's money they're just throwing out the fucking window. For you. Yeah, that's your money. See ya. Fucking bye. Yeah. Good luck with that. Fucking dude. How the fuck are you gonna even put these motherfuckers on stage? I mean, goddamn. I mean, you know, the Twitterverse and all that ain't the whole world, but, you know, shit spreads fast. It spreads faster than good fucking news. It will spread faster than any apology that motherfucker is about to issue. As if, but still. I'm just saying. You know, that's the worst case scenario of it. And, you know, it could be... Again, there's a lot of silver lining in there because it shows an insight into this other fucking world, into this whole other mentality. And of course, you know, him in particular, he's just an all-around fucking asshat. I mean, period. He's just a piece of shit. You know, period. I mean, he's just a perfect example of it doesn't matter how much money you make, where you are in status. If you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking piece of shit. That's all there is to it. It doesn't matter if you can play the git fiddle good and fucking sing a tune. It don't matter. If you're a fucking piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. That's golden rule stuff right there, kids. Fucking take that home. You can take that to the motherfucking bank. I'm just saying. It's not a good time for any of you fucking musicians or stars or anything. You have an opinion? Good. Keep it to your fucking self. It would be for the best. And any of you management companies... Holy fuck, if you still want this to be a viable product, you better get a hold of your shit. Because, dude, they're just throwing your fucking money right out the goddamn window. I mean, without haste. I mean, without even fucking hesitating. There you go. Fuck you, bunch of tweets. Boom. Yep, there goes your fucking tour, you fucks. But anyway, I digress. We got a ton of stuff to get to, and there's even more new releases that I wanted to mention, like Monolith out of Cape Town, South Africa. Holy shit! These guys have got to really just the art alone. Derek had from DevilSpeak, which you can go check out right now over on the Bandcamps and the Facebooks and the Twitters and all them good places. He had alerted us to the fucking art from Monolith's new album, and wow, awesome stuff. I love when bands, you know, go that route of good art. You know, that like stuff that it's like masterpiece type stuff. Like, this is a poster on its own. I don't know what this band's all about, but I want this picture. Type of stuff. Dragon Lord. I forget the name of the artist. Shit. But he's used that artist quite a lot, and he does a lot of album covers. You recognize his art. And speaking of artists that you can requisition that has just done some album covers for some bands, actually, go check out Louis Pexi. We interview him quite a lot here on the show. He's kind of like a running interview. He kind of keeps us in touch and in sync with the indie author world and stuff. I like to definitely bring in all forms of independent art, and being that all these things do intertwine when you got authors, poetry, you know, musicians, songwriters, artists, and they all make these packages called albums when they get together and do things, and it's awesome. So it makes perfect sense that we would be talking to all these people individually. But with that being said, you can go check him out over on the Facebooks. Go to the art of Louis Pexi, the illustrated books of Louis Pexi. You can go to Nosferatu UntolledOrigins.com and get hooked up that way. And yeah. Also wanted to touch a little bit on the Twitch and Mixer thing. A lot of people have been getting into checking out like streamers and streaming and getting into that. And I've been getting a lot of people asking me about software or what the best thing to use to do certain things, like to capture a band, and stream it, with the best quality. And I've also, just been getting messages about, where to go to do these things. Now, there's been some newer ones that have just started that I want to talk about real quick that you might want to check out, because it's a one-shot deal that kind of hooks you up with everything. Well, it absolutely does hook you up with everything. That's what it does. But now Restream has made it so you don't even need to learn any software. You don't have to go get OBS. You don't have to do any of that. They take care of that. All you have to do is let them into your browser, and you can stream as long as you have a camera or just a mic, if you just want to do audio with some pictures going, whatever. You can do it all right through your browser through Restream. And the cool thing with Restream is they stream it out to all the other platforms. So, you're not sitting there having to post for every platform. Right now, whatever you're seeing me on, there's 4 other platforms that are playing at the same time that Restream just did that. That's what they do. There's platforms and places that I'd never even knew. I didn't even know. They got so many platforms. There's definitely going to be platforms you didn't even know existed. With all that, you should be able to at least stream yourself like the way you're seeing, me right now with just, voice or whatever. Now, streaming, music and stuff like that can be a different story. You're going to have to probably learn a few other different things, but it shouldn't be hard. You should be able to stream some okay quality stuff fairly easily. If you want to get into the ranks and say like Psychostick's been doing every Thursday, you can find them 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live, and you can see the quality, but they put a lot of work into, that's a full band. I don't know if that might help some people. It kind of takes the whole having to learn OBS or any of the other broadcasters out of the equation. There's a few others that you can just stream through your browser, much like Facebook. But if you want to be able to stream to a bunch of platforms, or just stream easily to one even, perhaps go check out Restream. And I've been using Restream for like 2 years now. I'm not affiliated. I don't get no revenue or anything from them. It's just it's a solid platform that's been very valuable in being able to stream in all sorts of different places. But what we stream primarily is music, not just my jackass talking. So we will get to that, I promise. But I did want to throw that in there because I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of people throw me, and I'm more than happy to help. I want to be able to see people. I've been yapping about these platforms for a while now, and yet again we're in a time where we got kind of a silver lining here, where people are kind of like, maybe now's the time to check that out, and that's awesome. I will do anything I can to accommodate. I'm not a genius or a professional at this at all, but what I do know, I am willing to share. Now, this is a constantly moving, evolving platform. There's new things every day. Even the professionals, quote unquote, are learning things every day. So, um, don't feel so bad that you're like overwhelmed or whatever. Just give me a little ringle jingle and I'll let you know when I can, and we'll go from there. But with all that being said, I'm happy to I'm happy to help, and with anything I can. Also, wanted to announce, as of today, the airing of this broadcast anyway. Today is Mr. Al's birthday from Stillborn Condition. Wish him a fucking happy birthday, brother. Um, Man, I've known this guy. I'm thinking about it, man. I've freaking known this guy for a while now. It's like, geez, I can have it. Man, we're old friends, man. No, it's happy birthday, brother, and I'm so stoked that you guys have gotten to release this new album. Obviously, it would have been cooler if you would have been able to do it the way you wanted to, but you've been a fucking breath of fresh air for a lot of people that have just needed some newness and some brutalness and some stuff to maybe sometimes when it's perhaps not legal to take your aggressions out, you can put on some Stillborn and have them do it for you, kind of thing. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But no, definitely wish you a happy birthday, brother, and I hope it's a kick-ass day as much as it can be, anyway. And definitely thanks for circling the globe and the big fucking bright thing in the sky there, and continuing to make killer music. Yeah, I'm kind of thankful that your mom birthed you out. I gotta say, just for selfish reasons entirely, but still, happy birthday, brother. Yeah, holy shit, it has been, man. Man, time flies. Having fun, huh? So, obviously, we're gonna be playing all sorts of Stillborn Condition, Good Against the Living, perhaps some requests from the man, and go from there. So, yeah, why don't we just dig right into this, Big, huh? What do you say? Huh? Let's get wicked and dig it. Yeah, why don't we just... So, we did all sorts of killer stuff there. We also did a nice little triple stack of some Howlin' Giant for Al, the birthday boy out there. Go over and wish the man a happy birthday and check out the super awesome rad music he makes. Stillborn Condition, the new album God Eater. Definite one for the collection. You need this in your metal collection. It's like sorely missing it. There is so much killer music getting released this month, and that's one album that will not get lost in the mix. It's just brilliant, brutal, and fucking phenomenal. And we're gonna be playing some of that today. You can rest assured there. Don't worry there, little Skippy. But yeah, we started the whole shindig out with some more things on the thrash end of things. I was noticing people were really digging some of the thrash tunes I was throwing on. So we did some AxMinister with Salvation. You can go check them cats out. Your favorite spots. We also did some Code Red with Symptoms of General Decay, along with some Spectral with Nihilist, and some Sadaya, or I'm just being a complete fool, and it says something completely different. Saddayah. Oh, where's Al? There's one of them names, Al. Well, Sanaya is kind of spelled a similar way. So I'm gonna go that route. Sadaya. I'm probably completely wrong. Anyway, some kick-ass jams, man. Go check these cats out on all your favorite social spots. Now, that triple shot we did of Howling Giant. Now, their new album, which you can get on vinyl. Which, if you like vinyl, I highly suggest hooking yourself up with the vinyl, because that is one band that I knew is going to sound brilliant on vinyl. I mean, you remember what I said about the whole Grave Huffer thing, right? Right? So, I'm just saying. But yeah, they got some awesome looking vinyls over there, and they got actually quite a catalog of music. We were talking about it in chat here, and I was just thinking about it. It's like, yeah, come to think of it, they got quite a few releases and such. So they got a nice little catalog of music for you to check out. I highly suggest doing so. The new album is out right now, and you can go pick it up. We did Comet Rider and Whale Lord. And Whale Lord was off their first album, Comet Rider being off their new one. And then we did Cybermancer and the Doomsday Express, which has a brilliant video you need to go check out. It'll put a smile on that face of yours. And yeah, go check these cats out. Howling Giant. I've been playing these guys for quite some time now. They're one of my go-tos when it comes to my my stoner rock metal type stuff. This is where I go. So yeah, with that being said, also for birthdays, we were talking about birthdays and everything, and celebrating one's life in a musical type fashion. I know Mr. Spam digs these guys, and he was him and we got Second Cities was wanting to hear this. Here's some Lords of the Trident. Burn It Down. Wet Fire! Featuring Britney Slice. Dig it. Wet Fire! Featuring Britney Slice. Dig it. So, this, next one I wanted to talk about here. Well, first we can talk a little bit about what we played there. we did a pretty kick-ass block there with some Lords of the Trident. If you haven't checked them guys out, suggest doing so. Kick-ass ride. And we did some stuff for Spam for his birthday yesterday. He had to leave, and so I was like, hey, it's all about birthdays today, man. So let's do it up. And there's some in there for him, and he likes some Psychostick, and we wanted to put them in there anyway because I want to remind everybody that every Thursday they are doing live streams and kicking ass, and definitely just providing some entertainment and all that. And for you bands or whatever that haven't thought about tackling the streaming thing yet, you might want to check it out and see how they do it. That's at its like kind of pinnacle or at its finest. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff over there on the Twitch, and even Matt from Trivium, he spends a lot of time over there, and definitely has quite the presence on Twitch, we'll say. Even when you get up into the affiliate thing with all like the helps and the guides, he's even got a whole guide on there of how to best ways to play music on Twitch and all that. So definitely they are attentive to musicians wanting to play music on the platform, and they provide tips and guides and stuff like that to help you along. So I don't know, something to look into. Diamante, she's got some new stuff out. We haven't talked about Diamante a whole lot on the show lately. Kick-ass blue-haired queen of awesome. She's got all sorts of kick-assness to get into. She had done a tour when I first ran into Diamante, or discovered any of her, or got given any of her, was the tour with Bad Wolves. And a lot of stuff had happened that kind of changed Bad Wolves' situation on the map. But I mean, well, I could get into bummer stuff. We won't get into all that, but the silver linings, obviously, was we got to discover some kick-ass music, and we were just playing some Bad Wolves the other night on Digital Revolution Radio, which you can find us every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Diamante's got some awesome stuff, and yeah, she's got some kick-ass fits for the for the one we just played there, Had Enough, and some other awesome stuff. So yeah, check it out. I don't know, man, maybe whatever. There's been a lot of there's been a rise in from like the mid 2000s or maybe even the early 2000s, but a lot more female artists or female fronted artists in the rock metal area, and that's awesome. Because for years it's there's only been like a few amongst the hundreds of bands that are signed, and so it's very cool to see that there's more women taking a hold and changing the way music is for the better, because we get a lot more cool things like Horehound and stuff like that, that we were we were just playing some Horehound, and yeah, these girls, Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh, taking over. Awesome stuff, man. I like the vid. and they like pink. But no, pretty cool metal, man. These chicks kick ass, man. Go check them out. Over on the Facebooks. I was having the hardest time spelling frankincense for some reason, but uh, yeah, this is new stuff to me. From what is it, Cleopatra Records that they're on? But anyway, go check them out. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They got I think 2 videos out right now, as far as I know. They may have more, but and there was oh yeah, somebody that I had to fill in for a another DJ MC in the show, and it was Jack Russell. Jack Russell's Great White was headlining. Um, Steelheart was there, which they did an awesome fucking set. Um, I was really surprised. They're the ones that do that to Angel Eyes song there. But anyway, that was after the whole fire thing and everything that had happened, and he was still having like problems getting around and stuff like that, and yeah, they never ended up performing because of some strange power outage that happened, which I still have weird issues with. But at any rate, yeah, when I, meeting him and everything, I was like thinking to myself, how the hell are you even gonna perform? It was just, I don't know. It just, I don't know. It didn't, I don't know. But at any rate, Jack Russell is all better, and he's got a new album out, which is Acoustic Bites. That's all the kick-ass Great White hits that you remember in there. They sound awesome. I get a chance to listen to the album. Even if you've never heard Great White before or whatever, this is a good album. Great introduction. Um, Definitely. I think it's great. I mean, obviously, if you're a Great White fan, you're really gonna dig this. They got a video out right now for oh shit, what tune is? I just posted it. Let's see here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, Save Your Love, which was a awesome ballad there that they had. They had, when you think about it, they had quite a lot of hits. And I had first seen them when I was a kid. In the Portland Civic Center with Whitesnake. And it was, a whole tour they were doing with Whitesnake. I don't remember if there was a third band at the time. Every once in a while they would, throw in a third act there. But I'm pretty sure it was just Great White and Whitesnake. And yeah, that was my, I think, heard the album a ton on the radio, and my parents at the time, they were right into it, so we ended up going. We went to a lot of concerts when I was a kid, so yeah. So it was obviously serendipitous, coming like full circle, emceeing the show, and then and now I kind of was wondering what was going on after that, because they did I think Great White had once bitten and then twice shy, and then or some, yeah, um, and then some. They had a handful of albums, and then obviously they kind of held back a bit, or just took it easy, and then sadly the fire thing happened, and there's now two iterations of Great White, and this is Jack Russell's Great White, and you will be hearing things from another Great White. So there's that, and I don't understand how the rights are working. If they get to play these songs that he has on this album, or if I don't know how that works. Like, if they all have rights to be able to, because now it'd be one thing if it was just the name and they could just go forward or whatever, or they only own, or had the rights to play certain songs. But it's definitely going to be strange where the singer has his own Great White, and then the rest of the band has their own Great White. I don't, with a different singer. So it depends how you look at it, of what iteration you feel is more Great White. If you were an original fan, then I don't know. Or you can think, well, cool, we got Great White times two. For you new people, it's just going to be weird. So it might not make much sense depending on how you run into it. So not sure how they're going to work that out, but I am curious on how that all works. Some other stuff we threw in there for Al was Silver Grime, Realm of the Ancient Stone. They got a bunch of vids over on the YouTubes you can go check out. But yeah, the acoustic album for that Great White. It's Jack Russell's Great White, Once Bitten Acoustic Bites. And like I said, it's like a greatest hits of Great White in acoustic, and it's pretty good. He sounds great. I mean, he does it, and that I gotta give credit where credit is due. And I'm not putting down like Ozzy or anything, but like Ozzy's new album, you could tell he's really pounding some layering and some effects in some areas, perhaps needlessly, maybe. But with that being said, Jack Russell is belting it out and kicking ass. It sounds great. He did a great job, I think. And the acoustic work, the fucking guitar work on this is phenomenal. Definite. So yeah, that's my freaking 10-minute review. There you go. What was some other oh yeah, this next artist here got like some congratulations is in order. You know them Peloton, is that how you say it? Yeah, Peloton, the workout machines. They're really like, they're hyper focused on having it be an interactive situation where you have the whole view and everything, and they also provide music. Well, it makes perfect sense that while you're running or doing your workout or whatever with your whole Peloton device, that you would have some killer tunage to go along with your whole workout experience. Well, Peloton, I am not sponsored by these people. I have to say this, but Mr. Rithiya Khiev is. And he just got an endorsement by Peloton, and they're going to take his music. Now, I'm not sure if after this, what kind of rights we'll have with his music, but he landed a 3-year music license contract with Peloton Interactive. So what they're going to do is you will be able to utilize his entire audio catalog for their stationary fitness, cycling, machines, and music integration with their iOS app, which has a variety of routines led by virtual instructors. So for lack of sounding like a friggin' Peloton commercial, that's what he's getting now. This was like one of them things when I was saying you need to like think out of the box of places where your music could be utilized. That is brilliant. That is awesome. And that's like, I couldn't be more happy to see, somebody that's, clearly, a talented musician and working their ass off at what they're doing. They're definitely deserving of, such a deal like this. This is, and especially with Rithiya's music. I think again, this is one of them perfect examples of kind of thinking outside of the box of places where your music could better be suited, and other places that have music, even if it comes down to a local level where you're going into actual places and saying, oh, how do you do music? Do you have like a playlist? Do you could you maybe put some of this music in your, I mean, there's a lot of different avenues you could go to do to get your music out there, and then to just depend on these social all these social media platforms, and even with the media companies and stuff. That's great, but like those media companies and stuff, they go outside of the box. They're going into places where they know that your music is getting played in, say, like restaurants in the background, or it gets put on these commercialized setups where these places all hook up to this same thing remotely, and it's like this radio that supplies music for all these different types of commercial entities, depending on what it is. It's like sometimes you ever wonder where some of the weird music comes from, and different places you're at, it's a lot of it is primarily piped in from some centralized place somewhere else. And getting into things like that, depending on what your music is, a great idea. I mean, and this, again, is a perfect example of that. So, once again, not rambling on about it way too much here. Want to congratulate Mr. Rithiya Khiev for this kick-ass deal. That is, I mean, I don't know what he's getting, but just the fact that this is, I mean, it's almost worth its weight in gold just being here, So, definitely, congratulations, brother. And with that being said, I'll kick on one of my favorite tunes. This is some Rithiya Khiev with Eviscerated Realm. You guys gotta dig this. Go check him out over on all your favorite social spots and get hooked up with this guy's music, because this is some good stuff. And go wish him a good congratulations, because Well, I think they're in order, and I don't want to be like, a dickhead, but, maybe you should just go say, hey, congratulations, man. Stay Khiev. Well, I think they're in order, and I don't want to be like, a dickhead, but, maybe you should just go say, hey, congratulations, man. Stay Khiev. But back to that Rithiya Khiev thing. That's just you know anybody that does, like, there's a lot of like personal gyms or like private gyms and stuff like that. Even places like that where you could try to get your music. I mean, I know people that go to, like, kind of like exclusive or like kind of private-ish type gyms, that they're not like the regular membership type ones. Um, even doing stuff like that, that can go a long way. I mean, if you got even an uncle or whatever that goes to a gym like that or whatnot, depending on your music, but also if say you made something conducive for such a place, and then you were able to use that as a vessel to hook to your other music. It's like, well, I also do this over here, so if you know anybody, or whenever anybody goes to that to see that, they automatically see, you know. So when, you know, Al from Stillborn Condition is making some, lovely music for the church choir and stuff, and they want to see where, to find some more of this lovely music, well, they can also get linked up with his brand new Stillborn Condition album, God Eater, and I mean, have the best of both worlds, really. I mean, but no, it's a perfect way to link stuff up. Is if you have other side projects or whatever, you never know what you can, put them into. And I mean, I know. A lot of you guys have, all sorts of stuff like that. What would I ever do with that? Well, you never know, man. Could use it to link to other things. But I digress. I mean, I was just throwing that out there because I was really, really glad to see Rithiya, their Mr. Khiev, um, get that whole thing with Peloton. That's really cool. And I mean, they're a newer thing. It's really, really putting technology together with your workout in a whole new level. I mean, they even go so far as, like, on some of their Stairmaster type things or treadmill type deals where there's the view and everything, and the landscape will move, and as the landscape, like, looks like it's going up, you're going up. It's pretty involved, and it's to get you, into your workout, and oddly enough, it's a perfect way to get a workout, like, say, in an outdoor environment whilst you are indoors. Um, and yeah, it's funny how sometimes those things are appreciated. But again, with all that being said, that's really cool, and I look forward to seeing other people in bands and stuff, landing stuff like that. That's kind of outside of the box, outside of the mainstream and stuff. Another thing that I would add that came to my mind is there's other browsers overseas that they integrate music into their browsers and stuff, and if you could find ways to get into those, and also, like I've said a million times, try to get your music, especially if you have physical items or whatever, try to get that stuff on Amazon. Really smart place to put your stuff, because a lot of people use Amazon on a daily basis. Just, So they already got an Amazon account, just aching to see what else they can get on Amazon Prime. So definitely, that's my suggestion. Also, I wanted to. Well, we did some Destination Void in that last block, and I've been telling people to check out this full length album. I'm telling you, it's some genius level stuff right there. And definitely, you can get a physical copy. Yeah, you can still get physical copies, pretty sure. And Chaos Machine, Sunny with a Chance of Homicide. Had to throw that one in there because, well, it's Chaos Machine. I mean, did I need another reason? I mean, you can go check them out over on all the fun places, of course. And whilst you're in those Bandcamp type vicinities, I suggest going, like I was saying, when they're not, making music for the choir and stuff like that. This new God Eater album, wow, dude, you gotta get this. It's like, and as far as like metal goes, it is kind of, we're going on an adventure type. I mean, for real, man. It's good stuff. I dig it. They're real cool with the clips and all that. It really sets the mood of things. It's neat. Um, it's one thing when you like when you're seeing it live and stuff. It elicits a different reaction, and then when you hear those things integrated on the CD as a whole, or the album as a whole, it's a whole different thing. Because obviously you're not playing the album from beginning to end when you play out. So hearing it all as it's cool as hell, man. Great, Super Ultra 2000, dude. That's some good work, and I dig it, and I encourage everybody, Christian Amish folk alike, go check this album out. You're gonna dig it. I'm telling you. This Monolith band out of Cape Town, they got a new one coming up at the end of this April. You need to go check this out. It's there's so many releases coming out here from the 20th on. There's a ton of releases that are coming out. Well, 3 right off the top of my head that I can tell you: Elephant Tree, Coming Home the Band, Monolith, boom, right there. That kind of covers the spectrum of the awesomeness, don't you think? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you need just a touch more. We'll get you some. Don't worry. Go check out Monolith over on all their spots and get hooked up. You can pre-order and all that stuff. So do it up. DevilSpeak, of course. Go check these guys out over on the Facebooks, the band camps. They got tons of stuff. As I was saying before, as of right now, as of the airing of this, just during the weather climate, we'll say, mailing is a tad of an issue. So just be patient, and perhaps ask or whatever before you purchase or do any like physical stuff, and don't get angry and stuff like that. It's no fault of the bands. This goes for all bands that are overseas or in countries that have put a squash on the mailing. So just for obvious reasons, use your fucking head, be patient, don't be a dick. Aside from that, hook yourself up with some fucking DevilSpeak. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, for real. If you don't got them in your collection already, I mean, what's your problem? You don't like awesome? Oh. So, speaking of new goodies, KOSM's got some new stuff. They got Eyes on the Inside EP that you need to go check out. It's six. I just had it. It's like 6 songs, 6, 7, 8. It's a big EP. It's a big EP. It's big. It's fucking huge, huge guy. No, for real. KOSM kicks fucking ass. I really dig these cats. Just some female fronted awesome. She freaking, I love the way she sings on top of all this, and the way she friggin' flows, and the melodies she comes up with, and all that. They just all make fucking awesome music. They get fiddling in this, all the shit, man. It's just all the shit. It's fucking awesome. So, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't want to, blow hot smoke directly in, the anus too fucking had, but wow, this is some good stuff. If you don't have their full-length Cosmonaut, sorely missing out on some good stuff. Some good vibes, some good grooves. Fucking awesome album. I'm telling you. Awesome. Just fucking awesome. Good stuff. And, yeah. Yeah, go get you some of that. We rounded it all off with some Ascent to Power. You can go get hooked up with them over on the Spotifys, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, all the spots. Big part in the New England scene up there in the northern sector. Awesome dudes and great band. Go check them out over on Reverb Nation and all the spots as well. For everybody in the UK, we will see you. We still got some tunage up on deck for you, but we will see you next week. 2 p.m. in the UK, but obviously, if for some reason you traveled over into the East Coast, it's going to be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 if like you're in the central area, and yeah, so on and so forth, just in case. But one thing I would remind all of our UK listeners, and any bands or any musicians, submit your music to XRP Radio. And one thing I would remind all of our UK listeners is don't forget about the TRAWL podcast. Got the new TRAWL cast out right now, episode 4, up on Anchor.fm, Spotify's, all them places. Let's sign out with some TRAWL for the UK listeners, and for everybody else, let's keep rocking and rolling with some TRAWL. Vertigo. Don't forget about the TRAWL cast. Dig it. So we had some kick-ass music in this last block, and I want to talk about it for a minute, because I think you should know some things. And I don't want to just keep them to myself, because I feel that it's kind of, defeating the purpose and not the point. And I think some of you need to wrap your head around that too. Like, you kind of like coddle all the music and keep it all to yourself when you see that there's a perfectly good share button sitting right there. I don't know. I don't get it. But here's some food for thought. We did some 16 by 20, a newer one. This is Chase. You can go check them out. They got all sorts of new goodies that you can go check out over on YouTube, Facebook. Do I have to really list them all off? I mean, shit. They got, they're in the process of doing some stuff right now. So, yeah, perhaps if you like what you heard there, you maybe want to go over and check them out on the social media spots. I don't know. We also, these cats got a brand new album out. Trial by Stone. Kick-ass band out of Maine. Another band out of New England. Another band from the great north beyond. In fact, we're gonna get even more fucking north than that in a minute. But Trial by Stone. I even got personal vids that I've taken to that. They awesome band. Shit, I've been following Trial by Stone for quite some time now. I mean, it's got to be at least 6 years, something like that. I don't know, maybe. I think probably even more. I don't know. But at any rate, it's been a while, and they got tons of killer music out for you to check out. And I think you should go check out their brand new album. You can get physical copies and all that. I'm not entirely sure right now because I'm a totally unprepared and terrible fucking DJ. But you may be able to get physical copies, if not through Bandcamp. They might be doing Amazon or something like that. I don't know. But you can go over to Spotify and get linked up with them that way. I know a lot of you peeps like to do the Spotify thing, and we're still trying to wrap our head around that whole thing. I mean, golly gee willikers, it seems like a lot of work from my point of view. But we did some social strife. What's going on here? There's some social strife out of Canada. I urge you to go check them out. Badass band. They got all sorts of killer tunage for you and all sorts of awesome stuff over on the YouTubes as well. Pause for effect. We rounded this last block all off with some 4 Skulls out of Kentucky. You can go check these cats out on all the places. Go to 4skulls.net and get linked up with all of their goings-ons. They got all sorts of goodies for you to check out. Full length out right now. World of Hurt, which is kick-ass album you need in your collection. So go get you something. Now, a band that I have been talking about an awful lot. Met up with them in the great phallic penis-shaped Florida, the Wang of the United States. And I've been following these guys for quite some time, and now they got a new album out. Well, coming out in just a new album out in a couple days. A new album coming out in a couple days. It's Coming Home the Band. Do some Bearing Claws. Dig it. Dig it. So a lot of these bands here that are doing releases, of course, I've said a gazillion times, be ready excuse me, be ready because Coming Home the Band is going to be releasing their album here just days away on the 21st of April. So just days away from the time of this airing. Definitely gonna be kick-ass. They got all sorts of stuff over there over on their page, cominghometheband.com. You go cominghometheband.com and /music, or just you can find the music and you'll be able to download what they got out already, so you can get caught up on all the good stuff. Remember, excuse me, there's a kick-ass vid for that Baron Claws. It's good work on that, man. I can't say enough about that. Some other bands that we did here in the last block that are newer to the fold, I've been talking about, but the Mongolian folk metal, we did a couple from Nan, and we did Tanger's Cavalry, the Bull Horse. You can check out the Tanger's Cavalry compilation. We have a link for it set up over on the Killogic effect, or you can just type in Tanger's Cavalry. You get hooked right up with it. Awesome compilation of all sorts of Mongolian folk metal, badassery. I highly suggest going and checking it out. What else here? Yeah, the Trapt and Blackcast, both newer to the show. Both got brand new stuff coming out. Check out both Inverse Records and Eclipse Records. They got a lot of new artists signing up right now. A lot of killer vids we've been playing from Source, the band Source, Badassery. Yeah, this last block here had a bunch of just kick-ass. There's a lot of stuff from Eclipse Records as well, and some goodies out of Maine. Don't forget the TRAWL cast. They have a brand new episode out right now, and we'll also be uploading some new stuff over on the Anchor.fm, Spotify, all the good stuff. Wherever it is you take in your stuff, yeah, we're gonna be there. I don't know, sorry. Whatever. And don't forget about Grave Huffer. Got all sorts of awesome news going on right now. Guest guitarists, just killer stuff to talk about with them. And we got an interview with them over on, you guessed it, Anchor.fm, Spotify, and all them places. Yup. You can get caught up with all the info. That's just part one. We're going to be talking to Richie and hopefully others here pretty soon. Once again, going to be bothering them. So, yeah, look forward to that. And, yeah, one thing we rounded the block all off with, we did some Bad Wolves. They've been doing quite a lot. Some Litharo, awesome stuff, man. Badassery. And don't forget about this Despite, a Synergy album. Badass stuff, man. Kick-assness. You gotta get that in your collection if you don't have it already. So that about does it for me. Once again, I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Big Al from Stillborn Condition. I hope you have a swell, splendid day, and I hope you get to rock out, sit back, and chill with some good herb and some good brew. In fact, I'm gonna walk out of here with a tune. I know these guys have been digging. And I want to also thank all my Twitch and Mixer and all that people that have been hanging out, and everybody that's hung out all day with me. Yeah, hope you had a good time, man. I had a lot of fun. So yeah, let's do something here for the birthday boy here. Let's do some Crimson Slaughter, Horror Chamber. Everybody out there, try to treat you at least halfway decent, civil, almost human-like. If you can pull that shit off, I'll catch the rest of you on the flip. Stay safe out there, everybody.